Okay, guys, so I'm finally getting around to reviewing Jean Le Carré's novel, A Delicate Truth. As we promised, I would do a Le Carré novel for one of my subscribers, and I appreciate you being patient with me, waiting to get to it. So, just diving into it. It's interesting. It's actually, I haven't read much by Le Carré. It's actually the best thing I read by Jean Le Carré. The whole plot of the novel is about a government cover-up, about a disastrous event that happened on a British territory. And the whole thing is about government corruption, which is typical of Le Carré, and about how the powers that be try to hush everything up and basically, rewrite the truth. And that's what this novel's about. It's written in a non-linear style. It follows two primary characters and the surrounding characters in this unfolding story. And it's one of those you have to pay strict attention to when you're reading it, because things are told out of order. Characters' real names and info will be given much later that are only hinted at in the first part of the novel. It's not even until well past the midpoint where the true events of what really happened in this cover-up action are revealed. It's building all up to this point, and then when it gets to this climax, the following action is just as crazy. There's still stuff happening. There's still cover-ups being done. There's still people tampering with witnesses and people who were there. It's a solid read. It kind of works on both levels as far as like a literary, because I hate that fucking term. Sorry. Sorry, I'm really tired. It's a literary novel, as well as like a just kind of the bestseller espionage stuff. It can work as both serious fiction and just kind of stuff that you'd see someone reading on the beach. But yeah, definitely recommend it. I was wanting to read something I hadn't read by Le Carré, just to kind of give myself a challenge and something more interesting to talk about when I finally got to doing one of his videos about one of his novels. And again, Hal, I really appreciate your patience. You're a great subscriber, Hal. Thank you for waiting so long. And thank you to my other subscriber, Tanista, for being patient with me, waiting to get to Voltaire, Harry Potter, and other things I said I would do. So, yes, Jean Le Carré is a talented writer. A Delicate Truth is a good novel. I don't really want to talk about it too much, because, like, plot-wise, because I don't want to give things away that happen. A big part of the novel is about how everything is slowly unfolding, which structurally mirrors the thematic idea of what's going on. The whole plot being that you think something may be this way or maybe this way, and then you find out it was actually this way the whole time. And the whole thing leaves you guessing until pretty close to the end. It's like it's about 200 pages of 200 pages of like, oh, this could have happened, or this could have happened, or and this person may be doing this, and this person may be good. And then roughly in about the last 20 or so pages, it's like, this actually happened, and this actually happened. But I don't want to make it sound like it's bad or it's pretentious or it's trying to be smart. It's not. It's none of those things. It's a very complex novel, actually. It's something you need to be paying a lot of attention to. It's something that you need to be really thinking about when you're reading it. And it's definitely something you can't kind of predict. You can't be like, well, obviously this happened and then this happened. All you really know going into it is cover-up people higher up are involved, and these more kind of bystanders working in lower positions, or if not lower positions, because one of the characters is pretty much like the private secretary of a minister. these more bystander characters are drawn into these like situations because they don't really have connections to the political ties going on. So they kind of inadvertently find themselves drawn into this, and then afterwards reveal things aren't what they seem to have been. They start getting more investigative, like, oh, well, we need to actually find out what really happened. And that's it. That's pretty much the plot. But it's really good, and it's really sad. When you find out what actually happens, it is not only heartbreaking as far as like the actual event, but it's heartbreaking as far as how Le Carré writes it, how he reveals it, and it also basically holds up a mirror to that could actually happen. Not just in the English government, but in American or just any other government. It shows something that, while it's fictitious, is just as cruel as what real governments have done. And reading it was actually very powerful and emotional to me. And it's very sad. And just such a heartbreaking revelation. But I don't want to give anything else away. Just read A Delicate Truth. I really hope it's a Le Carré novel you haven't read yet, Al. Is, and I'd like to hear your perspective on it. If not, then I highly recommend it. And also just recommend it to just anybody watching this. And anybody who likes my stuff or me talking about stuff I'm reading, I hope you read it too. So, anyways, that's it for now. I will be back soon with another video. Over what? I don't know. I'm reading so many things right now at once. But I really am going to try to get to my subscribers' things. I'm hoping the next video will be Zadig by Voltaire, because my homie Tanista really wants me to do that one. So I'll try to do that one next. So until then, if you like what I do, subscribe. I appreciate that I actually have 5 subscribers. I started off with just my friend as 1, and then it just slowly grew over time, and now I have 5, and hopefully it'll keep going. And if not, then at least I have you guys. So, and if I get more, then I'm glad I have an audience. I'm glad that you guys like what I do, and that makes me, actually motivates me more to do more videos. It motivates me to do a better job and actually start really more improving and growing as a video maker. So I just want to thank you guys and say I appreciate it, and I will be back next time. Bye.